McLaren accreditation is an award given to a production line that has met the McLaren criteria. There are four main areas that are measured: OEEs, foundations principles, waste, and batches right first time. Let's take a look at the first area of assessment, OEE. OEE stands for Overall Equipment Efficiency. The average target OEE percentage for McLaren accreditation is 65%. This percentage will vary across the different lines. To achieve this OEE target, the line has to have all machinery running efficiently and be correctly maintained. There needs to be a hot seating system in place so that there is no downtime due to operator comfort breaks. And lastly, there has to be a shift handover process that does not interrupt the operation of the line. The OEE percentage is calculated using the validated speed of the line over the course of a 9-hour shift. If the line runs at the validated speed for the full 9 hours, you would achieve 100% OEE. The second area of assessment is foundations principles, which can be broken down into three main areas of compliance: workplace organization, standard work, and performance management. Workplace organization is ensuring that the storage areas and waste areas of the line are clearly demarcated and that the area is neat and free of clutter. As well as the 6 S's being in place. The 6 S's are sort, store, shine, safety, standardize, and sustain. Standard work. Standard work and changeover procedures need to be clearly defined and visible to the operators.
So this is our standard work for changeovers. As you can see, each operator has his defined times and his different things that he needs to do. This is just our normal standard work. Each piece of equipment has its normal standard work how you start, you enter, how you started your day when you come in, and this is how you access the machine and how you get the machine started and the standard operation of this machine.
Performance management. Using Traxis, an online monitoring system, OEE can be calculated. Traxis records downtime and gives daily, weekly and monthly reports on downtime and OEE. This data can then be used to make improvements and allows operators to know how they are doing against their target time. Line-side performance boards are also used to monitor data.
Good morning, guys. Yesterday we had another excellent day. We had an OEE yesterday of 76%. If you look at the downtime, we had downtime, there was 3 hours and 30 minutes downtime yesterday. The majority of the downtime was planned stops. We've got still a balance of 70,000 to do. So the next changeover is going to be on the 3rd shift. Yeah, the next batch is going to be a Peru, and that's going to be blistering only. So we'll arrange for that to be here by 4:30 this afternoon. Top section, we got the OE graph. Basically, where we plot the OE, the daily OEEs. Then we got our yields. After, when the batch is completed, we do a yield reconciliation, which we basically also plot. On the boards, we've got our schedule, our weekly schedules, our monthly schedule is basically included in there. We've got the attendance, we've got the Traxis OE reports, that's the daily reports, and then we've got 1 year for the monthly reports as well. Basically, this is basically your dailies. And then we've got the changeover matrix. We didn't do any changeovers today, so the next changeover will be tomorrow. Then we'll discuss the timings of the changeovers basically. And then we've just got the escalation process, how we do escalations. This is basically just our meeting agenda, and this is basically just our tracker. If there's any issues, we basically load we put a card on, and it's the cause and basically the impact and the solutions basically. And basically we get to the start date and the due date as well, when it's due. Obviously, if it's green, it's not over the due date. When it goes into your due date, we need to access.
We've got a diagram with the line, and the different operators are in different colors. and these are their movements and the timing. So we worked it out with how long it takes for the cartons or the PIs to run down in its normal standard running time, and then we worked it out in a sequence so they could do all their checks and replenish in a continuous movement without stopping and starting. So we've got an escalation process for breakdowns. So it goes through with timing so the operator knows who he needs to contact and how long he has to work on it himself. So we don't allow the operators too much time to work on a breakdown because we don't want to lose time on the line.
Linda, what was the OEEs for yesterday?
About 76%.
76, that's quite good. Well, would you have any problems? Experienced any problems?
Minus top of half an hour because of the spacing.
The spacing?
Spacing, yeah. Then we called back to fix it out. Since then I'm running right.
Routinely we have an SLT Gemba where the SLT members go onto the shop floor and they interact with staff to try and understand the performance of the previous day and to understand what are the things that's making life difficult for the operators. We've demonstrated that the operators have a good understanding of the performance of the line and a very good understanding of what needs to happen when things go wrong.
In the past, the line would be stopped during a PVC change. So every 3 hours you change a roll of PVC because the blister line uses quite a lot of PVC during a packing run. And what you would normally do is they would stop the line, cut the PVC, connect it, and run out a whole lot of empty blisters, and you'd waste a whole lot of PVC. Now what we do is we're organized enough to know that when exactly the PVC is going to change. We then roll out some of the PVC and keep the machine running, and then just stop the feeder only when the join comes through. So instead of losing a meter of PVC and 10 minutes on the change, we now lose no time and we only lose 10 or 20 centimeters of PVC and foil.
The third area of assessment is waste. As there is a 2% wastage allowance built into the standard cost of each product, the target for accreditation is 0%. This can be achieved by labeling all reject bins to differentiate where the waste is coming from, and marking bins with maximum acceptable lines to trigger to the operators when there is an issue. The final area of assessment is batches right first time. Batch right first time means that a production batch is accepted the first time it is completed. In order for this to happen, all of the documentation has to be correct and the batch needs to conform to standards. The target for batches right first time for accreditation is 99%.